In today's video, I'm going to be discussing someone who I'm not afraid to say I do heavily dislike. Someone with so much little raw and pure intellect that I could honestly not be surprised if I heard that he wasn't actually human. Someone that you know because you saw the intro to this video, it is in fact DjKdraketh. Now that we are past the 30-second mark of this video, I think it's a good time for me to actually address all my issues with DjKdraketh, and to do this in the most unreasonable way possible. I'm going to make sure that all of these are as extremely mean as they can possibly be right now, because I don't want to use the same attitude for the rest of the video, of course. So to get this out of the way, I do not wish death upon DjKdraketh. I simply wish for him to have a bad day. I simply wish for him to not live among us anymore, and instead for him to get abducted by aliens. I think that would be pretty nice. I hope he never finds pussy in his entire life. Not that I really thought he will. I hope that he can lose his job at some point because he is so awful at it. I hope that he loses all credibility on social media, and I hope to God that he can actually get cancer. This is probably going to be the hardest video I ever go on someone since the Hero Hey one, because let me tell you, this guy really is fucking pathetic. I'm not saying that to be edgy. I'm not saying that to be the cool little commentator kid here. I'm saying that because I genuinely really mean it when I say this guy fucking sucks. For the unaware and weary of this video who don't actually know who DjKdraketh is, allow me to actually explain for the two people in the back of the class. DjKdraketh is an online entertainer and Twitch streamer, and most importantly, he is an esports journalist who reports on esports stuff, and also daily internet goings on what's happening on Twitch and YouTube and shit like that. He used to work for a company and then he quit. That shit doesn't really matter to what we're talking about here. Imagine him as that one jock in high school who you knew would never actually be successful because he wasn't a lot like the other jocks. Yeah, that's him. He gives off the perfect white boy summer vibes. So with how generic he actually is, you may actually be wondering as to why I feel so horny to talk about him right now. Well, for one, he is actually one of the worst people on this entire platform, and I am about to tell you why, but what's most interesting to me about him is just how much dumb shit he does that goes very much unnoticed by the rest of the wider Twitch community, if you will. Well, of course, it would be extremely obvious to actually begin this video with the IShowSpeed call-out because that is his most known controversy at this very moment. I think it's actually more important to look at what really led into that controversy, as it has been conspirized. A little while before the initial call-out post towards IShowSpeed would actually occur, there was also another incident regarding the exoneration of an alleged Warzone hacker by the name of Shifty TV. This occurred during a $100,000 tourney. He was actually accused of using aimbot by multiple different pro players. To combat this, he actually downloaded an anti-cheat software as to prove his innocence. However though, after the allegations surfaced, his KD ratio was just not the same. It is actually worth noting that he never actually got first place in this tournament, he simply got third. Even with fucking hacks, he still managed to fuck it all up. Anyways, when your absolutely amazing esports career is actually being raped by hundreds of thousands of esports news outlets, what do? How does one man combat these allegations and help out a friend? Why, you go to DjKdraketh and you take a lie detector test, of course. God forbid you just publicly display your PC to people for people to see all across the world. Oh, you must take a lie detector test with professional esports fuck. DjKdraketh. I can't take certain dramas on the internet seriously. So anyways, the stream would be done on April 5th where Shifty would actually be playing on a monitored PC. This was an attempt to prove that he's the greatest Warzone player of all time and that he doesn't need aimbot to kill those fucking noobs. So anyways, Lucky and his co-host Grady Reigns brought in, and I shit you not because I had a fucking stroke reading this. It's taken me a long time to actually get this on my script. John Grogan, a polygraph examiner, someone who has been labeled as a fraud by big experts. He's actually a TV personality known for his appearances on shows like Dr. Phil and also The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. So basically, they only brought him in for name recognition, but you know, maybe he could actually prove that he really is the best Warzone player of all time. So anyways, these experts were meant to come together for the best hacking exam so everyone will know that Shifty TV is indeed innocent. Many of you are actually a little bit confused on who this John Grogan individual is. He's actually the person you see on every single famous YouTube video regarding a lie detector test. That's him. He's that fuck. So anyways, while DjKdraketh would actually put ample amount of disclaimers regarding the sophisticated hacking methods and the big difficulties in disproving his hacking, the stream overall did not actually go well at all. Lucky and Reigns, with Shifty playing on their neutral PC, they actually paused their April 5th stream just as the polygraph examiner was actually going through the results of the lie detector test. So, and I'm not shitting you with this, the stream, which was being aired on both YouTube and Twitch, was taken offline and the VODs were actually deleted, and you can no longer view the full broadcast anywhere. Now, you may actually be wondering, well, fucking why? People did want to know whether or not Shifty was actually cheating. So was he cheating or not? Well, according to DjKdraketh, he didn't feel comfortable sharing the test results. This next excerpt of the video would actually be coming from DjKdraketh himself on Twitter. Fuck me, sorry y'all. At the end of the day, I did not feel comfortable sharing those results, and I think that was the right call. Thank you all so much who came out, because beyond that big blunder, that was so much fun for me. More important updates coming tomorrow. So what the fuck, DjKdraketh? Was the man cheating or not? I think I can say with a good amount of confidence, even though it hasn't been properly confirmed, confirmed that Shifty TV was probably cheating in that Warzone tournament. Fun fact, this wasn't actually his first time being accused of cheating. He'd actually been accused of cheating prior to this in a $15,000 tournament. A little less uncool, but still uncool nonetheless. But Jake, you know, I'm a little bit retarded. I do want to know because I think you ran the fucking test. Was the man cheating or not? I would like to know. So, while it would personally be very cool to actually speculate on all of this, there's one big thing and one big conclusion I can actually draw. If you actually do wonder why JKlucky probably didn't, you know, release the results, I think it's safe to say that, again, Shifty TV was cheating. There was clearly a narrative that they wanted to push here where Shifty TV was simply the underdog that was being molested by the other Call of Duty Warzone players. His peers, he was being so mentally molested, his skills were being absolutely fucking molested by everyone else. How could this happen? Clearly that wasn't really the case. His skills weren't not at all being molested. I think he was actually cheating, bro. And I think the narrative they wanted to push was, again, they didn't want him to cheat. They had full confidence even though they didn't have any proof that the man wasn't cheating. But if this polygraph test was anything to go by, or I guess the results we didn't see, we'll just have to go by the stream itself, I do think he was cheating, and I think the narrative that, you know, he wasn't, that JKlucky and the rest of Full Squad Gaming really wanted to push just couldn't happen anymore. So thus, JKlucky really needed a nice scapegoat so he can get all this blame off of him, you know, make for a different situation. So what did he do? Segment of the video is probably going to be the easiest to make, and it's most definitely going to be the most shortest because, well, let's be real for a second, you guys actually know what the hell was going on here. So if you guys don't know, Speed was going a little bit based in a game of Valorant one time, and let's just say our dear boy JKlucky didn't actually like that all that much. I now understand why Valorant queues are so unbelievably toxic. You got one of the most popular streamers on YouTube, IShowSpeed, saying crap like this and gets nothing but praise and laughs. Crap is whack. Here's the clip in question for those interested.
And where she is? She's on top of the thing.
10 Fuck, man! Yo, man, dog, man. Come on, bruh.
Man, you gotta hit those shots, man.
Man, shut your stupid ass up, nigga. Who's you talking to, bro? Shut your nerd ass up, bro. I know how to play this game. Shut up, monkey. Shut up. God damn.
You don't know how to play the fucking game.
What? What, bitch? Bitch? Is a bitch talking to me? Is a female talking to me? Am I am I tripping? Am I tripping?
For one, there's a bunch of obvious takes I can actually make here because it's simply super obvious, you know, what I'm going to say to critique him, but I'm just going to do them all at super fire rapid speed so everyone here is on the same page. For one, the kid is just clearly being edgy. This is simply mere gamer trash talk. It makes the stream a lot more entertaining than it actually usually is. And third off, the female was actually being quite sexist to him too. And I think, you know, he's not entirely, it's not entirely unfair to be making these comments towards her.
The clean water, hey, I'm trying to figure out how to heal the game. Can you just tell me how to heal in the game?
Just heal like a woman.
Only the white characters can heal.
Yeah, only the white characters can heal. I'm sorry.
Hey yo, what the fuck, a based woman?
A little funny thing I noted here, JKlucky is 25 years old and Speed is around 17 to 19. No one's actually entirely too sure. Is this important? Well, actually, after IShowSpeed will make an apology for this clip, let me just tell you, our boy JKlucky and actually Aiden Ross as well made some very, very funny comments on here. Let's see what they had to say. You're young, but with such a large audience, you carry a lot of influence, man, to a lot of impressionable people. Thanks for the further explanation on this situation. What are you, his fucking dad? I always hated dumb shit like this that you see on Twitter from other creators. You're not really parenting these people, you're just kind of calling them out for some shit you disagreed with. You're not really some moral, right, old, wise men, you know? I think it's kind of dumb. What's weird to me is actually Aiden Ross did the exact same thing. You know, I'd actually might argue Aiden Ross was a little bit worse.
You're good, bro. You're growing and maturing and realizing things. Becoming a better person. What you said was wrong, and it takes balls to address it and admit it was wrong. Most people can't, lol. Proud of you, brother.
Aiden Ross, where is your fucking room to speak? I think you've done a lot more worse than this guy. Personally speaking, the biggest question I have watching all of this go down is actually why did JKlucky decide to call out IShowSpeed with such dumb mannerisms here? And, well, I actually have no fucking clue. The reason why I brought up his Call of Duty, you know, weird lie detector test scandal thingy is because for some it actually served as an explanation. Maybe he just wanted to get all that shit away from him, you know? Clear up his name a little bit and that way someone could actually have, you know, more stuff to focus on. And personally speaking, I actually don't know if that's really the case here. It didn't really work out that much. People still remember the lie detector stuff for the most part. And I don't exactly think IShowSpeed is actually covering all of it up for him. And, well, I actually have no clue. I've seen some people say it's probably racism, but I don't think it's racism either. I mean, look at JKlucky. Does he look like a racist to you? Does this got you a little bit look like a racist to you? He doesn't to me. He don't look like a racist. For me personally speaking, I think if anything, JKlucky just has this incessant need, like many others, to be on the right side of history. But I also don't disagree that there could be a chance that he wanted some good clout out of this. I don't know. Maybe he just saw the profit and an amazing gain he could get out of calling out IShowSpeed of all people. I guess he wanted to be seen as the good guy in any given situation. Call out these bad folks. What's interesting to me is that JKlucky isn't exactly someone who's an awful human being. He just fucking sucks, man. man. Like, he is annoying as hell. It's actually most insane to me about all of this, however, is that this would not be the last time he would do this. A shocking 24 days later, he would call out someone he was just hanging out with not too long ago, saying, "This kind of shock value edgelord humor is something that I've never enjoyed from Arab, and he knows that. Especially when you got a giant younger audience watching you, thinking it's all okay and funny." Now, what does the Instagram post in question say? Niggas in Paris. Well, I mean, I guess I could see what he's going here. The N-word is a little some. I'm not sure what actually, you know, Arab's, cultural ethnic origins are. I could take a wild guess and say he's probably Mexican or something, but I'm not too sure. No, I'm not trying to cancel him, but this is one of the many times he's made these kinds of jokes. Just not something I agree with or find okay. Well, it's okay, Jake Lucky. You actually don't have to worry. For one, it is actually okay, and it is very funny. And don't worry, man, Arabian people don't actually exist. May the Lord have called upon you once again, our white savior, dumb fuck Jake Lucky. Why people getting offended over other minorities' usage of the N-word is incredibly hilarious to me, especially when it comes from Jake Lucky. And by the way, one man does not control their entire audience. I'm sorry to tell you that. Okay, now what else were we talking about here? Yeah, this little faggy waggy, this little fuck fag, Jake Lucky, little bitch. He simps for PokiMaine, little prick. He does actually simp for PokiMaine a lot. It's kind of annoying, especially during that leafy stuff. Yeah, he was kind of a loser there.
Maybe things would have turned out.
And so I will say, with the accusation PokiMaine is saying, yeah, Ninja very blatantly, whilst referencing Dijon, the same person who hate rated PokiMaine, he literally says, "I'm going to text my Twitch person, my Twitch contact. I probably can't do much for you," but then he literally says, "There, I texted him." And like PokiMaine goes on to explain, that VOD, those clips were deleted. They were taken down. So was Ninja or his team and Jessica Blevins trying to distance themselves from these accusations? Well, luckily it was PokiMaine who went back and actually downloaded all that stuff or had it recorded, where you can literally see that Ninja...
The concept of saying PokiMaine was not insane during this entire drama really does make my dick hurt a lot. And yeah, his news videos are kind of not really entertaining all that much, actually. I don't enjoy watching them. I'd have a hard time to find anyone who would enjoy watching them because he never really keeps it engaging. It's just kind of boring.
He did manage to qualify for the Legend stage by taking down Forza, the last team to qualify. It was crazy because that led to some other drama. It was a supposed fan, I have to believe, a Brazilian fan of Team Imperial, who was watching this live at work, and then later tweeted that his boss sent him his own security footage showing him celebrating and watching this at work, which is an amazingly wholesome clip without audio, but I need you guys to watch it because keep an eye out for his coworker as well, who probably has no idea what's going on, but he joins in on the celebration.
You know, what's insane is that a part of me actually thought this would be a lot more of a piss take, but I'm actually feeling like I'm genuinely not wrong here. I have a really hard time sitting through any of his videos because even the most, like, interesting story, he doesn't make it sound fun to listen to at all, actually. Like, this is a really wholesome moment, something I would be very happy to see someone report on. But even then, I'm just not feeling into it, I guess. Maybe it's just me. Maybe the content itself just isn't for me, but genuinely being honest, I have a hard time being entertained by literally anything Jake Lucky does. Yeah, I'm tired. I think we're done here. Now, usually for most of my videos, there is a conclusive end to each story and a lesson to be learned. As for this video, there's literally nothing for me to say. I just really hate Jake Lucky. Maybe, I don't know, don't do what Jake Lucky does. After all, there is a good spot in esports entertainment for a good journalist, and you could totally replace Jake Lucky, because as far as I can tell, I don't know many other esports journalists other than him. Hey, well, would you look at that? It's the end of the video. As for most of my videos, if you liked it, you should totally, like, leave a like and subscribe. If you didn't like it, you should totally, like, leave some comments in the criticism, maybe even dislike it. I mean, I don't really care. Go follow me on Twitter. This was DjKdraketh, baby. Could always control your narrative.
You and me. Now.
Okay. Let's dance!